This car is so fun to drive. I don't know that I'm gonna turn it over to Parker.
Now you just put your foot down on the gas, launch control activated, and oh!
Welcome to Hagerty's Rated, the review show where we put a journalist and a race car driver in the same car to get their different points of view. At the end, we'll score them based on how they drive, how they feel, and how we think they'll age. Today, the Porsche 911 Turbo S gets rated. You think world champion sports cars when you think 911s, and it really does. It makes me feel like I'm a race car driver. I mean, it's got 640 horsepower, so much speed. Despite how well it performs on track, I feel like I could drive to the grocery store in it and not miss a beat. And I love that. So this is the 911 Turbo S. So it's the fastest of the non-GT, what we'll call normal 911s. And it's for the person that wants a lot of speed, but maybe isn't gonna spend every single weekend at the racetrack. Braking, also great, it's very smooth. I don't feel like it jerks at all, especially when you're coming through the turn. This car is so fun to drive. I don't know that I'm gonna turn it over to Parker. I might just keep it for the rest of the day. I think we're gonna have to end up rock, paper, scissoring for who gets to drive this one off.
That really suits you.
Maybe
just leave with it. Let me drive it first, then you can have it.
I debated arm wrestling you.
Really?
To keep the keys.
Well, thank you. It's very nice of you to let me do this, but I'm gonna go see how fast it is.
Just bring it back.
Yeah, that's easy. These are Porsches. They don't crash these days. Really simple. About the Porsche Turbo on a track is so fast is that it's not really what it's for. You know, these are the grand tours of the 911 range. It's supposed to sort of waft you along, and now they've become supercar-esque. It's one of the fastest accelerating internal combustion engine cars on the planet. It just launches off the corners. You can't believe the level of grip and power it's able to put down. Brakes, why do you even need them? You just roll tons of speed to the center, and of course, being a Porsche, it's absolutely neutral through the center. They just have it down to an absolute science. It just does everything perfectly. Turning off the brakes, right to the apex, neutral in the center. There's just never a time where I feel like, I've found the limit there. And if I have, it just, okay, let me bring you back. Let me just remind you that you've gone a little too far. All right, just use a little bit of throttle, or just hang out on the throttle for a second. You'll come right back. You trust it. So the party piece in the Porsche Turbo S is the launch control. So to get there, you go Sport Plus, right? Then it's pretty simple. Now you just put your foot down on the gas, launch control activated, and oh! Yeah, that's fast.
We both had a little too much fun in the 911 Turbo S, I think. So now it's time to rate it. First up, handling and feel. You gave it a 10, I gave it a 9.
That's pretty much par for the course for modern day Porsches. They just do everything perfect, and this one takes it to a whole nother level because you think it's this big, gargantuan Porsche 911, yet it feels so tiny when you're inside of it and so nimble.
I love the way it felt. It felt like it was on rails. Approachability, I gave it an 8, you gave it another 10.
I don't know if there's another supercar in the world with this much power that anyone can get in, and it takes about 20 seconds after getting in this car before you feel like I can drive this at 10/10.
I would agree. I actually probably could have given it a 9. There was never any second guessing what it was going to do. I was confident the entire time. All right, sound. 7? That surprises me.
It's a car that makes well over 600 horsepower. I don't hear it. It's a very muted, sort of sound because they want to keep it that way, and it's sort of supposed to waft you along, but a little bit more sound would be cool.
See, I liked it that it wasn't super throaty because I felt like I could take it to the grocery store and race it on the racetrack. And if I'm pulling into Publix, I don't want to get everybody's attention.
That's where these will mostly be anyway, so that's perfect.
Interior and tech.
So I give it a 10 because it's just so centered around the driver. Everything's exactly where you want it.
I wouldn't say perfect. I gave it an 8. It was a very classic look. Nothing jumped out at me though. But look back, 10.
Yeah, whoa.
But 6?
Well,
You're not gonna look back at this thing?
I mean, they're big now. So when I look back, I think I got out of this really light, tiny little nimble car, and then I look back and I'm like, what? That's huge.
All right, timelessness. I gave it a 10. You gave it a 5. What is going on with you?
Well, all right, so yeah, of course the 911 is a timeless shape, and the 911 Turbo has become timeless, but to me, if they go and make another one of these that's internal combustion engine only, and it's faster than this one, then it'll be forgotten.
That's a good point. I just think anytime you're talking about a 911, it's timeless. It doesn't matter what generation it is. It's a Porsche 911. It's a Turbo S, which just makes it a little bit extra fun. We obviously both enjoyed it. I a little bit more than you.
Yeah, how's that happen?
Does that mean I get to keep it for the afternoon?
Go ahead, go ahead. You looked better in it anyway.
I did.